Hello, I'm Paul Monaghan. I'm the Member of Parliament for Caithness, Sutherland and Easter Ross. And I wanted to say a few words about NHS Highland and Caithness General Hospital, given that it's a source of significant concern for constituents now and has been over the last few weeks. Before I do that, though, I want to pay some respect to the family involved in the tragic death of a small child last year. I can only begin to imagine their sense of loss and devastation, and everything that I do in respect of engaging with NHS Highland, I have that at the forefront of my thinking. I also have at the forefront of my thinking the staff of the NHS in Highland and at Caithness General Hospital in particular. In my experience, and I know some of them personally, they work extraordinarily hard. They're very dedicated to their task and they do an excellent job, and I pay respect and tribute to their work. NHS Highland, of course, provides primary care services. That's things like GPs, district nurses, so on and so forth. And it also provides secondary or tertiary care, it's sometimes called. That's typically care that takes place in a hospital. The engagement that I have with NHS Highland, and I meet with senior managers on a regular basis, looks at both aspects of care. I've emphasised to NHS Highland that I want to see Caithness, Sutherland and Easter Ross have the highest quality of health service possible. It's not negotiable. It has to be excellent or striving towards excellence. I've also met with the ambulance service recently, talked to senior management in the Scottish Ambulance Service, and I've spoken about response times. I've spoken about the role of the ambulance service and how that complements the work of NHS Highland. And again, no equivocation, I expect an excellent service for everybody in my constituency from the ambulance service, and I know that their staff are working very hard to deliver that also. Coming back to the issue of Caithness General Hospital, all services produced and delivered at Caithness General Hospital first and foremost must be safe. It's equally the case that my constituents require access to more modern, effective and professional health services when they need them. And again, that's not negotiable. NHS Highland are aware of my views. They're aware of the support that I have for the staff in the NHS, for the implementation, the development and the further development of health services across the constituency. I meet with them regularly to discuss that. Despite it being a devolved matter, as a Member of Parliament, I still feel that I have a responsibility to my constituents to engage with NHS Highland, and that is exactly what I will continue to do. In relation to maternity services, there has been some speculation that services are being downgraded. I think what is actually happening is that the senior management of NHS Highland have acted upon concerns amongst the population in respect of the safety of maternity services provided and delivered from Caithness General Hospital. Again, I will say unequivocally, they must be safe. That is the primary objective. I've made that clear, and I'll say it again to NHS Highland senior management. They have my support to further develop maternity services in Caithness for the benefit of people living in Caithness and, of course, across Sutherland. That's the objective that we must work towards, and I expect them to deliver that, and they have my support to deliver that. People are concerned that maternity services are going to be somehow downgraded and that there will be no consultation around that. I've spoken to NHS on the issue of consultation, and here's the response. If it's shown that maternity services delivered from Caithness General Hospital are in any way unsafe, that risk will be addressed immediately without consultation, and quite frankly, I wouldn't expect them to do anything else. If services are going to be varied in some other way that doesn't relate to a primarily safety issue, then there will be a process of consultation and engagement with the community to find out what their views are and to understand how that process of change can best take place in a way that meets the needs of patients who might be using the hospital. That's vitally important. So there's a great deal of work taking place at this point in time to make sure that Caithness General Hospital remains a modern and efficient and effective service that is designed and resourced to meet the needs of people in Caithness and in Sutherland. I'll continue to work with NHS Highland and I'll continue to hold them to account on these promises. What we must all do is make sure that the staff at the hospital and in the NHS more generally remain valued, and that they recognise that we support their work and that we appreciate their work. We must make sure that no family experiences the tragedy that took place last year. That's my number one priority.